What's up, fam? Extraordinary Life with Elijah. And this week, Aaron is my extra and I am the ordinary. Aaron, again, you delightfully prophetic chap. I so appreciate your gentle, quiet, unassuming, humble, prophetic voice as it shows up in my life, the life of our community, and the life of our state. I receive you with so much joy in the prophetic giftings that you have, that I get to discover so much more of our Father's heart and get to know him at such a deeper, more intimate level. And I bless you in Jesus' name, sir. Family, after I produced last week's video, chatting through the delightful expose of our Father flexing his muscles of glory, demonstrating the movements of his goodness amongst his people to coordinate a worship movement on one night at one time with three individual groups of people that fulfill Acts 2 and Joel 2, absolutely mind-blowing. My friend Ken reached out to me from Lander, Wyoming. I got to meet with Papa K. He was through Bozeman every once in a while. Whenever he's in a town where his boys are, he always reaches out to him, has to hang out, just love on him, hear about what they're doing and celebrate him. So beautiful having spiritual fathers. Ken, I'll bless you and you could be a part of my extra too. Ken's doing some things down in his hometown of Lander, Wyoming. And as I shared about some of the things that God was doing in our community, he reached out and asked if I could send him some of the media that we were producing to help encourage and build up his team as they merge forward into what they're doing in their hometown, pursue community unity and worship together. As I sent that video off to him, I rewatched the video that I produced with Aaron that we sent out to all the area pastors to invite them into Revival Fire 2. And in that video, Aaron said the following.
I feel like this movement of God is an Acts 2 movement. He says, the sons and daughters will prophesy. And he says, I'm going to do signs and wonders in heaven and on earth below. And he says, anyone that calls on my name will be saved. We're calling on the one that can bring revival to Montana. And we're going to minister and bless the children of Montana like they deserve.
Family, it would have been so good to have seen that in producing my video from last week because I could have celebrated it all in the same video. However, out of engaging this extraordinary expression of prophecy from my friend Aaron, and then discovering what the Lord had done in fulfillment of that prophetic word, it led to such a beautiful celebration and lesson in understanding more of the Lord's ways. In Psalm 119:99, David says, I have more understanding than all of my teachers, for I meditate upon your testimonies. Family, it's a usual practice for me here on Extraordinary Life with Elijah. Once a year, I go back and I listen through to all of the videos that I've produced, clear from the very beginning, moving forward. It's so beautiful as I go backwards and I get to hear over and over and over the insights of God's goodness that I receive from all of you. The extra of your lives as you serve to please our Father's heart through the exercise of your gifts to impart grace to me so I can know the Father more, and I share them with you here as I go back through and I listen to all of the testimonies of God's goodness that's being revealed through all of you. It gives me more and more understanding in his ways. It helps me to see even more insights as all of those words I've declared, I engage in new, that I'm like, whoa, in consideration of what God just did, tying back to what I said a year, 2 years ago. Wow, God, you're so good. My encouragement to you is that as you merge forward, that you would keep a record of all of the testimonies of God. David likewise says that all of the testimonies of the Lord are his inheritance forever. That anything and everything that God has done from the beginning of time until now, it says that Scripture says that we've received those testimonies of the Lord as our inheritance. It's a gift to us that we get to engage as our own. Now, God does not show favoritism. Therefore, if he's done it for another person, he will do it for you. As you pore over the testimonies of the Lord and you meditate on those, as David has said, that he has more understanding than his teachers because he has meditated upon the Lord's testimonies. Now, with this testimony with Aaron, it just so lights me up. God's goodness is just amazing that Aaron declared prophetically that as he was in prayer with the Lord, that he said, I feel like this movement is going to be an Acts 2 movement. Your sons and daughters will prophesy. You will show signs in the heavens above and on the earth below. That as he declared that the Lord said, yes, I will establish that and more. That he did it. That God did it. Aside from anyone trying to coerce anything or negotiate anything or force anything or manipulate anything, the 3 leaders blown along by the Spirit of God established a worship night on Friday, April 28th, 2023, beginning at 6 p.m., merging forward to minister to the heart of God that included your sons and daughters will prophesy, your young men and young women will see visions, and your old people will dream dreams. That all 3 of those groups within Acts 2 and Joel 2 were established as a movement of worship before God. Friends, here's the encouraging part. As I went backwards and I revisited the testimony of the prophetic word that Aaron declared in his vision video that he sent out to all of the pastors that we have connections with in Montana, that he declared, this is going to be an Acts 2 movement. Your sons and daughters will prophesy. That I had not remembered that he had said that until I went back and meditated on the prophetic word and the testimony of what God had established. Out of the fullness of that then, that I was able to see and discover the fulfillment of what God had done. Friends, my encouragement to you is that I've been saying it for a while. I'll say it again. I would love to come and to record the testimonies of your life, to sit down with you and to establish a record of what the Lord has done, such that as we merge forward as a faith family in a we disciple us context, demonstrating that family is the most powerful algorithm, that there will be a testimony that you can go back to and meditate upon to see what God had established and said and done at that point in your life. And that then in meditating on that in the future, looking backwards, that you could discover the connections of everything that God is braiding together for your good, the blessing of all mankind, and the revelation of his manifest wisdom in his great workmanship of you. If you subscribe to what I am doing, then hit the button, hit it, and then get it. Hit the bell as well so you get notified with the new content. And if you love this video, you didn't just like it, hit the thumbs down button. I pray blessings on all of your days. I love you guys lots, and I will see you in the next video.